Welcome to Manifesting a Life. This is going to be a longer story, I believe. There came a time in my life where I would feel like I could talk to something out there and get an answer. And I wasn't too sure at the time who I was talking to. Am I talking to my higher self? Am I talking to God? Am I talking to spirit guides? I wasn't too sure. I just knew that when I asked a question, I would get a really fast answer. Too fast for me to have thought up an answer. And all I was getting were yes and no type answers. I wasn't hearing anything more than just, real short one syllable. Or just, one word. And I finally decided I was talking to my guides. And I asked, well, how can I develop a better relationship with you? How can I have a conversation with you more than just yes and no and real short, abrupt answers? And the answer I got back was meditate. I really had not meditated before, and the whole idea just did not sound very appealing to me. Sitting there, not doing anything, and trying to blink your mind for 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes. I wasn't too sure about this. But I thought, okay, I really want to have a conversation with them. So I'm gonna work on it. So I did work on it. I worked on it daily for quite a while, and finally got to where I could go down. It's almost like self-hypnosis. You get down to a certain level, release the tension, and when you're there, you can discuss things with them, and I could hear them more. And it got to where I got so good at it and so comfortable with talking with them that now I can have conversation with them without going into a meditative state. But I also found that if I got a little bit deeper, I could go to what I called my happy place, which to me was like an outdoor scene. I could walk around in this outdoor scene. There was a pond, and there was trees and all kinds of interesting things around there. An old log you could sit on. And I ended up having my a guru coming out. Actually, I first started calling him my wise guy. And then I kind of decided that he needed a more dignified name. So I started calling him my guru. And he kind of looked like a Gandalf type with the hat and the wizardy look to him. And I would talk with him, and I always had to initiate the conversations. I would ask a question. He would give me these profound answers. I can't remember any of them right now. I probably wrote some of them down in one of my many journal books I have around. But one day I was meditating, and this is, I've been trying to manifest for years now. Just trying to figure this out, how to do this. How does this work? And I went into this meditation. I went to my happy place, and my guru shows up. And he started the conversation. It's like, ooh, this is different. He said, let me show you where I live. I thought, okay, I'll go for this. Let's see what happens. I said, sure, yeah. So he started walking. I started following him, of course, in my mind. I'm just following him in my mind. I'm thinking in my mind that he lives in probably a grass hut type of thing. That's what I imagine him living in. Very natural grass hut. No, he takes me to the front of a cave. I thought, okay, you live in a dark cave. And as soon as we walked into the cave, the walls of the cave just lit up into this blue light, glowing light. Real beautiful. And then he said, well, have a seat. And all I could see to sit down on were rocks. So boulder type rocks. So I sat down on this reasonably shaped boulder, and it kind of formed up around me and became real comfortable with arms on the armchair type thing. And then my guru came over to me, put his hands on both sides of the arms of that chair, and looked me in the face and said, that's the difference between you and I. You force and I allow. It's like, ooh. So when I came out of that, boy, I had to think about that for years, trying to figure out what was going on. I have to allow. You can't force it, you have to allow it. So that made a big impression on me. And I've been working on that on the allowing bit for a long time, and I can start seeing what it means by to allow. You have to allow it to happen. You can't just our mentality and our society that we are in right now, at least the U.S. society, and probably most of European societies, that to do anything, you have to kind of force it to work. You have to force it to do it. You have to use a lot of effort. You got to work hard for your money type of thing. And apparently, you can just allow it. Okay, well, thanks for listening to another one of my stories. This isn't really a manifestation story. I guess it's a manifestation story because I manifested what I needed to know at the time. So hit the subscribe button to be clued into more of these stories. Let me know if you ever talk to anybody. You hear voices in your head. Okay, well, have a good day. I'll see you later. Thanks for listening.